Life's a party, life's always a party. Let's go.
What's going on, baby? How we doing today?
I wish we had a show every day, Paul. The joy this show gives me is just like, we should do this every day. I should start stretching before shows. My back is a little tight. You should do like a circle up, get a little arm circles in, start stretching.
Get ready for the show. Get pumped up, get amped up a little bit.
But we actually have some whiskey on the show today.
Woo!
Last week we had those Bud Lights that had a stellar review. I mean, they were A+ alcohol that we were ready to drink, A+ review. Definitely go check out the last episode if you haven't yet. The Bud Lights got a near perfect review from us.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to sip on some whiskey.
So I put out a poll on Instagram, or we both did, and we asked the people, we're drinking whiskey this week, all right? I need some whiskey glasses. That's pretty good, right?
That's good. It's good.
Who sings that song? Chris Stapleton? I think it is. All right, so they all said Tennessee whiskey was the number one vote for us to drink tonight.
Okay.
Now, Paul, you just came back from Tennessee. Did you steal this whiskey from Tennessee?
No, I did not.
Did you enjoy Tennessee?
I did. I was in Nashville a couple weeks ago, probably about a month ago, and some good whiskey down there. Some good party life. If you get a chance, go to Nashville.
You said they had live music.
Live music everywhere, man.
Wait, did you pour your cup already?
Yeah, I already did.
I don't even know how to pour whiskey.
Just a little bit, bro. We're not really used to sipping on whiskey. I feel we're usually used to just taking shots of it.
Yeah.
But this will be a nice, different change of pace for us. And
it smells strong already.
It's good though. It's definitely good, man.
Yeah, we're here to talk some positive vibes, sip on some whiskey. We're in our Life's a Party glasses. And you know what we should start the show with? We should start the show with how TikTok is scamming us on our views, Paul. Cheers to you took a sip. Paul's hurting after one sip.
No, TikTok's being weird with us right now.
Yeah, they're scamming us. Let me get a sip of this.
I mean, we're doing...
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think Ryan's going to be a fan of the whiskey. But,
people sip on this?
Yeah, dude. His face is
I'm just
red.
a little bitch. I think that's what I am.
But yeah, TikTok's been a little weird. Our views have been going down. We think we might be shadow banned because they're like really bad.
We've had too much success, I think.
So I think what's happening is we might be shadow banned. We're gonna check it out. I want to do some research.
Well, we joined the Creator Fund.
Yeah.
I've been on your ass saying, Paul, ever since we joined this freaking Creator Fund, where TikTok would pay us based on our views.
Correct.
I felt like our views were going down, and you're like, oh no, I've been doing the research. It's not the Creator Fund. So I don't know what's going on.
It happened about 5 days ago, and our views our average views went from like 5,000 to like not even 1,000 now.
To non-existent.
Yeah, so it's really weird. We're going to check it out, but if you haven't, check us out on TikTok at Life's a Party Pod. Help us with the views, man. Help us with some views.
They're good TikToks.
Great
TikToks.
I make them. They're great. I say
and I'm in them, which means they're really great.
They should be getting some more views, but to start the show off, we wanted to talk about something really cool that's happening.
Really cool news, Paul.
And I follow Jimmy Fallon. I mean, we're both big fans of Jimmy Fallon. I saw this on Twitter earlier today, and then I was watching some YouTube, watching some Tonight Show on YouTube, and Jimmy was talking about this shoe, and he started talking about the shoe. I'm like, there's no way this man invented this shoe, and he didn't. But
the first shoe.
Yeah. But this shoe that Nike just put out a brand new shoe that is basically no laces and it's hands free.
I saw this. It's really cool. I'm gonna be an asshole for this.
What?
It's a great idea, and you're gonna go into depth on like what kind of shoe it is, but I feel like this is long past due. Like, I don't know when, you probably know when they started this idea to make this, but I feel like it's not that hard of a concept to make this kind of shoe.
It must be. I don't know why it did take so long.
So tell them what it is.
So, yeah, as I said, it's a brand new shoe from Nike. It's got a cool, sleek design. As I said, no laces, and it is hands-free. So it's something you kind of just step into. It's kind of the idea of like a ski boot. So, if you ever went skiing, you kind of just snap and you take your ski boot and you snap into your skis.
Right.
And that idea, so basically you should not have to use your hands at all. Like, you don't even have to go down your hands and put it on your feet. Like, you should be able to just like put it up straight and then you step into it and that kind of like locks. And then what you do to take your foot out of it, you put your foot on the back of your shoe just like you take any sneaker off, and you can kind of come right out of it.
Now, this is something I could get behind because I have a lot of trouble putting my shoes on.
Okay.
And I also have a lot of trouble putting my socks on. So this might be something, but they made it for this, like, people with kids, or not just kids, but just people with disabilities, right?
Yeah, it's someone who can't tie their shoe. or maybe doesn't have like hands, or maybe just disabled and can't kind of put their shoes on normally, that this might help them. So
how did Jimmy Fallon get involved with this? I didn't even know he was like associated. Like I saw the video on Twitter about how you could put them on and how they're my opinion, little past overdue.
Yeah.
But how is he involved? Like, did he like come to the table with the idea of doing this?
Yeah, so Jimmy Fallon is an interesting guy. Like, he always has new ideas.
I didn't even know he was involved.
And he goes to different companies. And he said he went on a show, I think last night, and he was talking about it. And Nike just released them today, or Tuesday. So a week after
you can buy them.
Yeah, you probably can buy them. I don't know if they're when are they selling them, but they've been in. Nike's been developing this for about 10 years.
I saw that it's been a long time.
But Jimmy Fallon went to them, he said about like 3 years ago, and he drew up a concept because he was like, I have this new idea for a shoe. And he said, this would be cool if I could like snap it in like my ski boots. So he said he knew some friends over at Nike. He contacted them. He had a meeting with someone very high up at Nike. They brought him in, and he showed him the concept, and he said, hey, Jimmy, like, great idea, but we've actually already been developing this for like 7 years. So it's been in development for about 10 years, finally came to fruition.
Well, Jimmy's getting them to put the foot on the gas.
Yeah.
I like it, Jimmy. Go take initiative.
Yeah, he came out there, and they actually gave him a free pair of shoes, and they said, hey, like, you have one of the first pair of shoes of this new model. So it is called the Nike Go Fly Ease. I like the design. Go check them out.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Cool stuff for a good cause. That's what it is. All right, so let's get into the show, Paul.
Ooh, what do we got?
We have a good one today. We're going to talk a little sports. We're going to talk a little bit alcohol. We're going to sip on some whiskey. And we got a musical guest today. We have a musical guest at the end of the show. Andrew Moore. We'll give a little tease. Check it out. He's going to perform a new debut song at the end of the show. And so stick around for that, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Apple Music or whatnot. But into the show.
Yeah.
All right, so this segment is called Ryan's World versus Paul's World.
I like it.
So, Paul, you're the movie guy, and I'm the sports guy. So we're going to test each other's knowledge on one another's world and see how we do. Now, we each dabble in the other realms, but this will be a fun game to see how much we actually dabble, Paul, into one another's world. So without further ado, we have 10 questions each. Paul's got the movie questions, I got the sports questions, and we're going to have a little trivia off, I guess you could say, with this segment to start our show.
Yeah, I like this idea. Mine, I'm curious to see the level of difficulty between the two of us.
Well, you always bash me, Ryan, you give me these hard questions. So I thought I would make it a little bit dumber for you today.
Okay.
Actually, I gave these questions to my mom just to see how she did. She got almost every single one right.
Nice.
So you shouldn't feel bad about yourself if you don't get them all right.
Okay.
Let me get them up, or you can go first while I get mine up.
I can go first. So this was a big moment in movies.
Oh God, I'm scared. I always get scared for this shit.
And I think
let me take a sip of whiskey before we get into this.
I think you should know this, but we'll see. He's not a fan of the whiskey.
Yo, I am such a little bitch. I can't. People just sip on this.
People do. Yeah, we're so used to taking shots of it, I think, and just letting it go down the hatch.
It's just. I feel like it's way more productive just to take a shot of whiskey than to sip on it.
I mean, if that's what you like.
It's the same pain except 5 times in a row instead of just once.
You can do it a lot quicker too. Yeah, for sure.
Makes no sense. Why wouldn't you just endure the pain once instead of doing it 5 times for the same amount of alcohol?
You tell him, right?
I was just getting angry. Okay. All right, let's start this game show. I'm ready, Paul.
The first one that I have is, which movie was incorrectly announced as the winner of the Best Picture at the 2017 Academy Awards? Basically known as the greatest Oscar flub of all time.
I don't know why, but mine went directly to the Taylor Swift Beyonce controversy. I know that's music and not movies.
That's like the VMAs.
I know. I just picture Kanye going up there. This was for Beyonce, not Taylor Swift.
That was a big moment.
Can you repeat the question?
What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
What movie was incorrectly announced as the winner of the Best Picture at the 2017 Academy Awards?
There's another. Is Steve Harvey involved in this?
No. No, you thought of another. That was
the American pageant,
yeah.
But I feel like he did it again with the movie.
No.
What year was this?
2017.
2017.
Do you want me to help you out a little bit?
Give me help.
This was announced. So this was one of the years that Jimmy Kimmel was
Slumdog Millionaire.
No.
I don't know.
La La Land.
So La La Land was announced the winner.
But actually Moonlight won. And as all the La La Land
and then
people,
both casts were on stage. I remember that. That was crazy time.
It wasn't insane. It just was insane. I remember I actually did an Oscar pool that year, which was pretty cool. So I had like 50 people, it was like $5 a piece or $10 a piece or whatever it was, and you could pick like the winner of each category, and the most points, you got a point if you got it right. And I remember my sister was in her room, and she was in the lead, and she needed La La Land to win. Or she needed Moonlight to win, so she thought she lost or whatever. And then they came back and they were like, "Oh no, it's actually Moonlight."
I remember that because they had like the whole cast. When you win Best Movie or Best Picture of the Year, the whole cast goes on stage, and they had 2 whole casts. The stage was packed. So did someone announced it wrong? Do you know who announced it wrong?
It was
it happens all the time.
It was like Bonnie and Clyde. It was an old. It was the actor and actress from like Bonnie and Clyde, and they got the wrong envelope. Like they had the wrong envelope.
So it wasn't their fault.
So he was just reading it. So the whole thing was he went on stage, right? It was like the guy, the older actor, and he was reading the envelope, and he opened it, and he was like he took a really long time to announce it. Right. And they were like, and the woman was just like, "Oh, stop being funny! Like just announce the winner." And he wasn't trying.
He knew something was wrong. Like he was like, "This isn't right."
Because what it said best like actress, and it said La La Land, Emma Stone. So then she grabs it, sees La La Land, and it's like, "Oh, La La Land." And
that's a tough spot to put him in.
He's like, "This is the wrong envelope." You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was definitely crazy. All right, so I got that wrong, so I don't get a point. Here's Paul's first sports question.
Yikes! I'm nervous too, man.
Dude, you're gonna get that. Here we go. What do you call it when a player makes 3 back-to-back strikes in bowling?
A turkey.
There you go.
Oh, these.
What?
Okay,
is that too easy? I was trying to ease you into the questions, Paul.
Okay, I want to do one of like
one
a
point
term,
for Paul.
like a term thing.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Second question.
Oh man, I'm like I don't know if you'll know these, but okay. What is the mic called that a crew member holds on a pole to record sound during a film?
That is the.
I think you might know this. If they're holding it, it's called a blank pole.
That's a hold pole.
No, it's a what? It's a whole pole.
That's a
that
soundproof barrier. That's what it is. What's it start with?
B.
That is a big microphone. What is it?
It's called a boom mic. So it's
boom mic.
So it's a boom pole when they hold the sound.
God, I'm not gonna get any of these.
Do you know what I mean?
The boom mic, yeah. It's like in that clear cylinder.
No,
okay,
it's on a pole, and they hold it over the head of like the actors.
Oh, they do that now, especially for like sports because of the 6 feet distance rule.
Exactly.
The boom mic. There you go. I learned something new today.
There you go.
But I'm losing the game. All right, here we go. Second one. This is another easy one. How many players are on a baseball team? Like in the field. How many players are there?
Like on the field?
On the field.
9.
There you go.
Yeah.
You looked a little second guessing yourself.
Well, for some reason I was like, oh, like am I missing the pitcher or something?
There you go. But you got 2. I got 0. Who's giving the hard questions now, huh?
I think these are definitely harder.
Oh, how the tides have turned into the show.
Okay, you should get this one. I'm gonna be very insulted if you don't get this one.
Okay, well.
This is an Avengers one. Avengers question.
I'm not a big superhero guy.
Yeah, but this is easy. We talk Avengers on the show. You shouldn't be my friend if you don't know this one.
Oh gosh.
How many Infinity Stones are there? And can you name any of them?
I'm trying to think of what's his name?
Thanos.
I'm trying to think of how many slots are in this.
Exactly. There you go.
I'm thinking either 4 or 6.
One of those are right.
Oh, I'm going to have to go with 6.
Correct. There we go.
Yes, I'm on the board, everyone.
Can you name any of them or no? Like what their names are?
The Gemstone.
No.
The Violent Stone.
The what?
Violent.
No. Okay.
The Infinity Stone.
They're all Infinity Stones.
What is one of them?
They're soul, time, soul, time.
You don't even know. Look at it.
Power, reality,
Violent.
space.
That was close. Those are dumb.
And,
I got it right. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Here we go. Next one. All right. This one might be the first one you get wrong, but it is an easy question.
Okay.
What was Wilt Chamberlain's record for most points in a single game?
100.
Okay.
Bang, bang, bang.
3 for Paul. Good job.
Here they come,
you didn't
baby.
Even give the listeners at home to give it a shot.
Go Sixers. That's the only reason I mean.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. We're in first place, baby. Just like my preseason NBA prediction.
Yeah, we
Sixers
are in
all the
first
way.
place. Go Sixers.
LaMelo's looking good for Rookie of the Year. Just saying. All right, go ahead. Give me your, what's this, fourth one? 3-1. It's okay. I got time. There's 10 questions.
Okay. What Martin Scorsese film?
Scorsese, isn't it?
Scorsese, yeah.
You don't even know how to say the guy's name.
Martin Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Hoo-ha, whatever, you know.
Hoo-ha.
Little Marty.
Martin Hoo-ha Scorsese.
You know, Mr. Marty.
Okay.
What
like him.
Marty film
Oh, God.
holds the all-time record for F-bombs?
Goodfellas?
Dude. We just
Wolf of
talked
Wall
about.
Street?
There you go.
I get that point.
Okay.
I don't even think he directed Goodfellas. That's Tarantino, I think, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
You're the movie guy.
I'm not sure. Sorry. I don't think Tarantino's not Goodfellas.
Wolf of Wall Street. There we go. I get that point. That was my second guess. All right, here we go. Paul, you're not going to get this one. Here we go. Paul's first. Wrong answer.
Okay.
What is Steph Curry's actual first name? It's not Stephen.
It's not?
No. What's his actual first name?
What? It's not Stephen Curry?
His name is not. His first name is not Stephen.
Is it Steve?
That's like the commercial there. He does a car commercial where he's like Stephen Curry. He's like, oh, it's not Stephen, it's Stephen. But his first name is actually Wardell Curry.
No way.
His name is Wardell Stephen Curry.
Okay.
I found this out the other day.
So you didn't even know this?
No, but I knew before I looked it up. Like I knew that before the show.
Okay.
I found out that his name is Wardell Curry. And I know it's because there's a video of a reporter asking Steph a question at the press conference. And he goes, hey, Wardell, how do you, and he like calls Steph Wardell. And you gotta see Steph's face. He's like, how do you know my name is Wardell? We gotta show a clip if we can. It's the funniest thing because Steph is so thrown off that a reporter knew that his first name was Wardell.
That's cool, though. That's cool.
But it's funny. I usually think, like, why would you call your kid Seth and Steph?
That
so it
is
kind of
weird.
makes sense
That
why
does
his name
make
is
sense.
Wardell Curry. But I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought that was weird, too. I'm like, why are they both named that?
But there you go. Wardell Curry. Best three-point shooter in NBA history.
Okay. We're going to stay with the superhero theme.
Oh, wow.
You should get this one.
You did this to me last time.
I've said that the whole time, but you should get this one.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Boomer Mike.
My man, Captain America.
Oh, yeah. Your crush.
Before Chris Evans was Captain America, what member of the Fantastic Four did he play? You know the Fantastic Four?
The Rock guy.
No.
He's in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but what?
Wasn't Jessica Alba part of the Fantastic Four?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Are you? I don't know what they were called. The four of them. They had like hero names.
Yeah. So Mr. Fantastic.
He was. No, he's not that one. What's the other ones?
Uh,
There's multiple choice now. Changing the game.
There's only 4 of them.
Changing the game. Multiple choice. Give it to me.
There's Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
Invisible Woman.
Nope.
The Thing.
Nope.
Johnny Storm. Or the Human Torch.
I'm gonna go the first one.
Mr. Fantastic?
Yes.
Wrong.
Who is the Human Torch?
Yeah. This is insulting right
Dude,
now.
Fantastic Four came out in like 1999.
No, it came out in 2005.
Okay, we're 9 years old.
Okay,
I don't
but
remember the superhero movies. I never watched it
You
again.
don't know what his name is? The Human Torch?
Why is he the Human Torch?
That's the name. That's the character's
What does he
name.
do that he's called the Human Torch?
He isn't
Torches humans?
No, he has flames. He flies. He's
So
a
he's
flame
like
guy.
the Human Flamethrower.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the Human
better
Torch.
than the Human Torch.
The Human Flamethrower?
Whatever. I didn't get a point. Here we go. Next one.
Ridiculous.
Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Which is the only one of the 4 golf major tournaments not to be held in the United States?
The British Open. Or do you want the other name?
Yes.
The Open
Yeah,
Championship.
okay, there you go. Paul got it right. Open Championship. Also known as the British Open.
There you go.
It's held in United Kingdom, obviously.
Yeah, thanks for explaining that tournament. That's a
I had
good
to
one.
make sure that Britain was in the United Kingdom.
Britain and the United Kingdom are the same thing.
That's what I meant. I had to Google whether.
That's like the U.S. and the United States of America. It's the same thing.
I had to Google if the U.S. was in the United States of America. I'm not good at geography. We've been over this.
Okay.
All right, well, you got a point, so I had to put that down. Okay, here we go. A couple more left, I think. We got like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 left. 4 left. Are you picking them as you go?
Yeah, I have a bunch, but I'm trying to help you out.
Okay,
which one of these he might know? Okay, next one I got. Jennifer Lawrence won a Best Actress Academy Award for what 2012 romantic comedy or drama?
Oh, Silver Linings Playbook.
There you go.
Yes, big Jennifer Lawrence guy. Big Jennifer Lawrence guy.
I knew that. I didn't know you liked
Games, her. What else? Is she in? Silver Linings
Playbook. Big fan. I know one film franchise she's in, and
she's in. Okay, I got the answer right. I should have just quit while I was ahead. What other movies is she in? The Hunger Games. That's 5 alone. She's in Silver Linings Playbook. I feel like she's in another one.
She's in The Hustle. She was in X-Men.
Okay, no.
She was in that movie with Chris Pratt on that space shuttle.
Okay, I should just quit while I was ahead. Okay, here we go. Another
That's
golf
good.
one.
I'm glad you got that one.
Another golf one.
Okay.
What is the first of the 4 major tournaments to be held each year?
The Masters.
There you go. Paul gets it again.
April, baby. What are you talking
about?
So
the Masters is in April.
Yeah.
The PGA Championship's in May. The U.S. Open's in June. And the Open Championship's in July.
Yeah.
Which is cool because we just had the Masters and we're going to get it again.
Yeah, we had the Masters in November.
I love it.
And now we're getting the Masters in April, which is pretty dope.
Super dope. All right. 3 more. It's all right. It's going pretty good this game.
Okay.
Let me get another sip of this.
What's the score? I got 5. I think you'll get this one too.
This is hard to drink.
You're not. I didn't. You didn't.
I gotta squinch my face and eyes just to take a sip.
Yeah.
The smell of it makes me feel like I'm taking a sip before I even take a sip.
So we're gonna little tangent real quick. Someone who made us get wine, right? Do you remember who made us get wine?
Yes.
Hannah. So Hannah is someone I worked with at Montclair State. Great friend of mine, and her husband is actually a huge whiskey drinker.
Oh.
And I remember going to his house, and he had like a huge cabinet, his alcohol cabinet, liquor cabinet, and he had a bunch of famous and like really expensive whiskeys. And he messaged us and was like, "Hey, like, do you want me to give you a suggestion?" Or like, I was like, "No, we already picked it." He's like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "I'll listen to the show and judge your taste buds and judge your opinions of the whiskey." And
he's gonna see that I'm a little bitch.
So I don't think we're doing too well.
He's gonna be like, your friend Ryan's a little bitch and needs to drink some whiskey like a man.
But that is Andrew. Andrew's listening, so we're trying here, man. We're definitely trying.
Doing my best,
man. The next one I have for you, Anakin Sorkin.
Excuse me? Is this a Spanish question?
No, but you'll just wait. Just listen, and I think you'll get it.
I did. I don't even think the first word was English.
Anakin Sorkin, he was the director, won an Oscar. Or no, he was the writer. Won an Oscar for writing what 2010 drama about the creation of Facebook?
The Social Network.
There you go.
There we go. You're getting on the roll here. I'm on a little streak.
Social Network is such an amazing movie.
Good movie. Yeah, it is a good movie. I was going to say something, but I forget.
We talked about my films and stuff on the show before. So my thesis film, I'm a filmmaker. I got a film degree at Montclair State University. I just graduated in May.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. And my senior year and part of my junior year too, I was writing my thesis film. So I made a short film, and it was called Content Creator, and I was working with a guy who did the score and did the music for my film. And one of our huge influences was The Social Network, because it gives like a sci-fi, has like a sci-fi sound to it. It's just really cool music. Go check out that film if you haven't already. But The Social Network, Jesse Eisenberg is amazing in it. Plays Mark Zuckerberg.
That's what I was gonna say.
Andrew Garfield is so good.
This is gonna be a really stupid comment.
Yeah.
But that guy you just said, the first guy.
Yeah.
Was he in Superbad? Is that the same guy?
No.
He just grows up?
No, that's Michael.
They look very alike.
That's Michael Cera, right?
Yeah, him.
They do look similar, yeah. It's Jesse Eisenberg, Michael Cera, and what's his name? From Lonely Island. From
fudge.
Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
If you combine like all of them,
they all look the same.
Yeah, they all look very similar.
All right, do you want me to do one more and then that's it?
Yeah, do one more.
All right, here we go. Last one. In the minor league organization of which Major League Baseball team did Michael Jordan play for?
Repeat it? What was it? What
minor league, like what?
What
all right, here, do this. I'll rephrase it. What Major League team did Michael Jordan play for? He didn't actually get to the majors, but he played under their minor league team.
Chicago White Sox.
There you go, Paul.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I didn't think you'd get that one.
Yeah, well, I watched...
Space Jams?
No.
The Last Dance?
Yeah, Last Dance.
Hey, Last Dance.
That was a good series.
Last Dance. Good series on sports.
All right, well, that's our first block. I think we did okay. I won, but
It was closer. We got more right than I thought we were gonna get. So I think we earned each other's respect a little bit in our own worlds.
I definitely had some more like terms for you,
What
but
was that? The boom mic? What the boom mic?
here, let me see. Do you know what the purpose of a slate is? Do you even know what a slate is?
Is it like the rundown?
No, like a
block
slate.
A, block B.
It's that like clapperboard.
It's
It's called a slate.
yeah, to get you ready for the scene, like action. That's what it is.
I mean, I
Or
guess.
it's for like the producer to go back and figure out which clips
Yes,
go where.
that's one purpose of it.
Ooh,
That's
there
good.
we go.
Have you ever seen a slate in like a behind the scenes photo? It's that clipboard or that board basically they put in front of the camera. There's a few things for that, the usage of it. You can see the timestamp on it, and you can see what scene you're about to film, about to watch, which is really good for the editor and allows the editor to make sense of everything. And then also when they clap the board, that sound,
Yeah.
that's supposed to help sync
The sound?
the sound and the video together. So when you take both clips, the sound audio wave file and the video clip, you put them together, and that sound
It like starts the audio, so you know how to separate the track.
it's a peak. Yeah, it's a peak in the audio, so you can sync them together.
That is interesting.
There you
I did
go.
not know that.
So that's how you could. It's all for editing purposes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I didn't know that.
What you don't know. You know what I mean?
All right, so we're jumping to the second block. What do we got, Paul?
All right. So block 2, we are going. With some alcohol.
We got the whiskey. It's only right we talk some alcohol.
Exactly. So this segment is basically us reflecting on the impact of alcohol in our lives.
I mean, we've done a lot of drinking in our lives, so it's time to like go back and kind of realize how it impacted our lives individually or together.
Yeah,
Mostly together.
Yeah, mostly.
Probably like 50% of the time we drank together or drank overall was probably together.
Yeah.
So cheers, whiskey.
There you go, whiskey. Not a fan.
Who said that this like Scott or something's gonna watch this? What's his name?
Andrew.
Andrew Scott. Andrew, that tip was for you, buddy.
So
getting better.
The first question we got here: how old were you when you first tried alcohol, and who were you with?
I remember the first time I actually tasted it. So, like, at a family party, I was probably, like, I don't know, probably, like, 6 or 5.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Solo cups there. So I accidentally picked up the Solo cup, thought it was, like, Dr. Pepper or Pepsi, sipped it. It was, like, Miller Lite, and I was like, oh, this is horrible. But the first time I actually drank, I feel like I was at one of our buddies, Mike's house, and we were just sitting at the kitchen table. Sophomore year of high school, I mean, I was,
Okay.
like, a late bloomer when it came to drinking.
We both kind of were. Yeah.
And I remember our one friend, Sean, he's going to hate us for shouting this out, mixed his Miller Lite with iced tea.
What,
I have a picture of him sitting with iced, because he was scared to try
to
beer.
like water it down, I guess.
So
a little bit?
he had a cup of iced tea, and he poured Miller Lite into the iced tea, I guess to like dilute it or something. And I remember that was his first time having beer.
That's
But
literally.
I guess like sophomore year, I think I was probably later than you were when you had alcohol first.
So the first time that I ever had alcohol was actually at a country concert with my dad and my sister. My dad, we were like tailgating a little bit, and I clearly underage. And,
In high school?
yeah.
Well, here's like just a little background. Like your parents and your mom is strict, and then my parents are kind of strict about drinking.
Yeah.
But I feel like your dad would be the first one to let you drink.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely thought it would be my dad, but he was still like
Yeah, at the same time.
No, but he was surprisingly strict about it. I didn't think he would be, but he definitely was with underage drinking. The first time I drank alcohol, as I said, was at a country concert with my dad, and we were like tailgating, and he could just see I was like bored, and like because I wasn't drinking or doing anything, so he told me to have like a Mike's Hard, like lemonade.
Mike's
So like
Hard.
that was my first alcoholic
That's funny.
drink.
That's
which
why you
is-
drink the vodka crayons now, because you were a Mike's Hard guy in high school.
Definitely wasn't a Mike's Hard guy, but and then the first time I guess like, but really,
Here, Paul, have a little Mike's Hard.
really like
Enjoy yourself.
drinking. I remember one
Or
of the first
sophomore year
times.
and New Year's Eve.
It was sophomore year.
That was when we actually like first like I guess turned up. Sorry, I put air quotes up. All you people listening on the radio, turned up. I'm not that's like weird like vocabulary, but that's
No.
when we first started to get like drunk.
New Year's Eve, sophomore year of high school, so we were both like 15, and it was
15.
it was at our friend's house, and she had maybe like 10 of us, and we started drinking, and it was maybe like 11 o'clock, and her dad walks in. Her dad walks in and is like, "What the hell y'all doing in my house?"
It's only right that your first party gets busted, the first time partying. But that's something to think about though. Like, are you gonna let your kids drink at 15?
I think everything is changing so quickly, bro. Like, I think everything's changing so quickly with adults, especially millennials becoming parents, and maybe we become parents in the next 10 years. Like, everything's changing very quickly. I see, definitely allowing your kid to drink at like 16.
Every age group or every kid has those parents in their friend group who buys alcohol. And, like, we're not going to expose anybody, but...
We had that too, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like once I'm a parent, I would want to, like, buy my kid beer just because I don't want him to, like...
You know where it's coming from, right?
I know where it's coming from. I know what he's drinking, and I know how much he's drinking.
Agreed, yeah, there you go.
So, that, like, but at the same time, you're, like, giving alcohol to an underage kid.
Still, yeah, I agree.
It's just something to think about when we become parents. And there's little Ryan and Paul's on Life's a Party podcast. All right, next one. This is pretty good to piggyback off of. Is there social pressure to drink in your culture? Or how do you feel about the idea of peer pressure when it comes to alcohol? In high school, I feel like there's definitely peer pressure.
Yeah.
And people say there's not, like, oh, you could, like, have your own choice. But when your closest friends are around you drinking all that, like, partying on Friday nights in high school, or college especially, it's still peer pressure, even though you're 21. There's peer pressure everywhere. And it's just, it's hard to get away from.
Yeah, I think a lot of what sucks about alcohol is that a lot of time it's just associated with anything that's fun. So, like, anything you're doing fun, I mean, it sucks now that I kind of hate it. I hated it
like
a couple of years ago.
Bowling, Top Golf. There's drinking. Like, you drink now. You bring this up all the time. Paul's always like, when's the last time our friends got together and hung out sober?
Yeah.
It's scary to think about because whenever we hang out with our friends, we're drinking. Like, when's the last time we've had a sober conversation?
It's just
person?
It's just so weird. But I think in high school, super pressure to drink. Especially Friday and Saturday nights, or like with your group of friends, especially if you're with a group of friends, right? And say there's like 8 of you, or even 5 of you, right? And a few of those people want to drink. You're gonna feel pressure to drink because you want to stay in that friend group. You want to be they're your friends. You don't want to get left out, like that kind of thing. In high school, though, or in college, I feel though it's less pressured, depending on the situation. Because a lot of times, a lot of people in college. What I've realized, at least with my experience, was
don't give a shit.
Yeah, no one gave a shit about anybody. So it was like, hey, like, but it was in a nice way. I don't give a shit about you, but it was in a nice way, saying, hey, like, if you want to drink tonight, drink. If you don't want to drink tonight, don't drink. Like, there was no pressure really, unless it was really like that night.
I was gonna say it depends on your group of friends. Yeah. Our friends are assholes. I'm writing comedy, as you know. I literally just wrote a bit on how our friends are like a different level of asshole, and. So it's harder for us to say no to drink when we're going to hang out with our friends because our friends are assholes and they'll be like derogatory toward us and be like, why aren't you drinking? Like, you're a little bitch.
Yeah.
Like, those friends exist and our friends are assholes. So it makes it harder for peer pressure for us to not drink when we're out.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes. Hopefully you have supportive friends who are like, okay, you want to lose weight and not drink this weekend? That's fine. But they won't call you a little bitch the way I drink my whiskey. So.
Yeah. But I'm saying in college, that's why like a lot of that goes out the window. Unless you're drinking, like if you're at a date, you're like a specific event. But I remember if there were certain nights where I didn't want to drink, or hey, like I was going to drive that night or something, like nobody had a problem with it. It was just like, hey, like do your thing, I got to study and I'll be there later. Like everyone was really cool with stuff. But it depends on your group. I agree.
Gotcha. Next one.
How much alcohol can a person drink and still be okay to drive?
Oh, this is an interesting one. I know we're kind of in the same boat where if I have like even a lick of alcohol, I won't drive. It's just like who I am. I like my luck. I'll have a Bud Light and drive home and like fail the sobriety test because I'm just a dumbass.
Yeah, you'll be over.
So I'm like very cautious. Like if I know I'm driving or I go to a restaurant, I won't even have a Bud Light. Like it's just like a personal decision, I guess.
I was always the way, especially, so this was how I always thought in high school, or like when you were underage. So if you're under the age of 21 and you drink anything, if you drink, a beer, if you have a shot and you drive, and you might be under the legal limit, but because you're still underage, if you get pulled over and they smell any type of alcohol on you, that's a DUI.
That's 2 fish, 1 hook, you know
what
I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a DUI immediately. So under the age of 21, if I drank anything, I was not driving because I was not risking getting a DUI.
So you kind of just kept that motive going forward? I mean, you drive after a couple beers.
Yeah, so if my thing is 2, But if it's a longer period of time,
That's like we went to tailgate the Phillies game, remember?
Yeah.
And we were tailgating, and you had like a couple beers, and then 3.5 hours go by at the Phillies game because baseball games are long. You're out in the sun. Then you drove home.
it's okay.
So
Yeah.
that's okay. I guess that's okay. But see, me in that spot, I still wouldn't do it. But that's just me.
If you
but
don't-
you were okay to drive.
If you don't drink for 3-4 hours and you're like, you feel
And you
fine.
had 3 beers before the game.
then that's fine. You can drive
Yeah.
home. Like that's the way I think. You might be different, but it's all up
But if
to
you have
debate.
5 shots and then you're leaving in an hour, you call an Uber.
Yeah, exactly.
At that point. Next one.
Call an
Or
Uber.
there's this Family Guy. We always reference this.
Yes.
Like when we're out, it's like you're drunk, or it's like what's his name?
It's like
what's his name? The guy, the main character in whatever.
Peter?
Peter Griffin. He's sitting in the driver's seat and he's drunk, and the cop comes over and he's like, "I'm drunk, you're drunk. Let's just switch keys and we'll be fine." Or he doesn't say it to the cop. I forget what he says it to, but he says it to like his friend in the driver's seat. He's like, "You're drunk, I'm drunk. Let's just switch keys. We'll be fine."
We reference that all the time.
It's funny. It's funny, but at the same time, don't drive drunk. Next one. What is the strangest alcoholic or craziest cocktail drink that you've ever heard or seen? Mine's the Bloody Mary. I feel like those are so weird and gross. So what? I seen a bartender make it one time. So there's celery in it hot sauce and Worcestershire.
It's like tomato juice and
What is that? Like I don't understand. Like people are gonna be like angry at me. All the Bloody Mary lovers. It's so gross to me. So there's like Worcestershire sauce, hot sauce, tomato juice. Like what? That's gross.
It's a thick drink. I mean, so
I'll never have that in my life.
my girlfriend Renee has it, and we go out to the diner. We like Starview, and we'll go out to the diner and stuff. And the last couple times she'll get a Bloody Mary. They're good at the Starview. That's what she says anyway. I don't really have them.
Starview's got the best Bloody Mary around town, baby.
But yeah, it's a weird drink. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It looks so gross.
It does look gross.
So gross.
It looks so thick because it's thick. You can't see through it. What drink do you want to drink if you can't see through it?
Isn't it like a morning drink too? Like you
It
just
is.
wake up and you just have a Bloody Mary. To
Bloody
start your day.
Mary,
That's just-
or a screwdriver, or like something like that.
Screwdrivers are good. I like that. Last one. Are you going?
Oh, I never really talked about my drink. I don't really know.
Well, you look confused. That's why I was just like going on.
I think it's crazy. What I think is crazy is that jungle juice works. That the fact is,
Oh yeah, it is
like
crazy.
jungle juice works. Like it's fun to make, and there's so many different types and concoctions you can make. But it's like really interesting that all you're doing. A lot of people just cut fruit. They have fruit. They throw it in a bin. It could be anything. It could be like a Gatorade jug. It could be like
Hawaiian Punch,
it could be
Sprite.
like a bathtub. You could put it into
In a bathtub.
No,
Yeah, I've
dude,
seen it.
you can just make you can make it however the hell you want.
You can't suck at making it either.
You can literally put Hawaiian Punch in it, you put Sprite in it, you could put orange juice in it, you could put cranberry juice. Like you could just put shit in there.
That is weird to think about. How that works. Like there's so many elements going into it, yet it tastes pretty
You're like,
good.
okay, here we go. You put some alcohol, you're good to go.
All right, last one.
Some famous artists use alcohol while working. Do you think drugs or alcohol might help your creativity?
So we've talked about this on the podcast before, and I always tell you, like, when I'm trying to think of ideas for Life's a Party or I'm writing comedy, I'll have, like, some Bud Lights. And I'll find that, like, as I get, like, a buzz going on, I'll think of ideas that I've never... Paul's chasing his whiskey with the water. See, I might take it like a little bitch, but I don't chase it with water. Paul is the little bitch.
So Ryan he brings lemonade to the show. He finished the whole thing, but I can't drink anything else other than the whiskey.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I like to get a little buzz on while doing my like writing, just because I feel like you think of stuff that you would not usually think of when you're sober.
There's been I haven't really used it for creativity. I've used it for like essays and stuff. Like I've used it to work.
You said that. You got really hammered one time, and one of the better essays you wrote was when you were shit-faced. That is strange. I mean, I probably would not do that, considering you have to, like, spell and check.
Yeah, it was
like spell check the essay.
So something that I did in college, probably about last year. I think maybe last year or 2 years ago. I've done it a few times. I've probably done it like twice or 2 or 3 times.
That's a little ballsy.
And it's sometimes when I come home, it's been a really long day, or like I'm tired, and I love Red Bull. But sometimes if I don't go Red Bull route, I'll drink beer, like I'll just take some shots, and I'll just write.
I think you need to go to an AA meeting. That's what I think you need to do.
But sometimes like doing that and having a few beers like gets
If I don't
me.
want water, I'm just gonna start taking some Hennessy shots, some Ciroc shots. I don't want no a half and half Arnold Palmers. I'm taking vodka.
But it gets me like amped up almost.
Okay.
It's like a weird thing that it helps me get through and write the essay or finish the homework or whatever.
Yeah, I need an intervention from my friend Paul. He drinks vodka instead of water.
So I'm curious
as an alternative.
I'm curious to see if anyone else feels that way, or like,
Oh, no.
does anyone else?
No
do
one
that?
else feels that way.
Someone-
You're the only one.
Someone definitely drinks beer and then tries to do their homework.
Yeah, the
or, like,
people
some
sitting
shit.
outside the liquor store asking for change. They probably do the same shit you do. So go talk to them. You're not talking to the right audience.
It helped, man. It does.
All right, so that was our little segment on just reflecting on how alcohol has impacted our lives, how it's continuing to impact our lives, and how Paul has to go to an AA meeting. There you go.
Thank
Thumbs
you.
up.
Thank you.
Hey, I say it, you get to live it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, two fish,
All right.
one hook.
So our final, or not our final block, but our next block is that the pandemic is coming up.
The
The
pandemic.
whiskey's getting to me here. So the pandemic is getting to about, it's almost, I think, a year.
It's so close to a year.
It's
yeah.
like 6 weeks to a year,
Yeah.
I think.
March, like first week of March, at least for the U.S., it was first week of March. But China has already been a year, so
China virus.
stop it. Get out of here.
But we are going to reminisce on some of the things that we missed, that we used to do before the pandemic, and that we just want back. Just a little part of it back.
Little bit sad boy hours here.
So it's hashtag sad boys hours. Or I said that.
Sad boy hours, yeah.
Hours. All right. So for the first one is going out to dinner. I miss going out to dinner so much. And like I understand you still can go out to dinner, but it's still a hassle. Like there's limited seating. There's always a wait. We went out Friday night the other night.
Yeah.
And we went to a sports bar, and they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be an hour wait." And we're like, "What the?" Like everywhere's an hour wait on a Friday, Saturday night. Also, when it's nice weather out, I'm not a big guy, or I am a big guy. I'm not a big outside eating guy. I hate eating outside. I don't know why.
I think so. It's so interesting. I mean, we have kind of gone back to eating at a restaurant and that kind of thing, but for a really long time, like 3 months, you couldn't do it. And I think the U.S. is so acclaimed to just like go out to eat. I mean, you were then realizing actually how much
money you're spending on just eating out. It's
usually
crazy.
how much and how often you go to a restaurant. But actually, I like eating outside. I didn't do it nearly as much because I wasn't forced to, but kind of be like, oh, this is kind of nice. But then you realize how far you'll go to eat outside and how cold it is
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. So
Well, like I don't like the wind and blowing my napkins, and then you got like the animals are outside.
I mean-
I'm not a big animal guy, and then pigeons start coming up to me trying to eat my chicken parm. I'm like shoo. I'm trying to eat my dinner.
I just think it's funny that I was eating outside in like a full winter coat with gloves
that is
at one
funny.
point. You know what I mean?
So hopefully we can get back to getting into the rest. I know there's restaurants open, but they're closed. They close at 10 and whatnot. But hopefully we get to somewhat normalization. Next one, Paul. What do we miss?
Something I really miss, it's just like partying, going out,
Oh,
going to the club.
Paul needs to go to an AA meeting. He's drinking vodka as an alternative to water. He misses partying. What's going on over there?
So
Life's a party. Life's always a party.
Life is a party, man. You got to enjoy yourself while you're here and you're young and you're doing
Drink a
some
little,
good things.
a little bit of whiskey. Paul missed partying. We're gonna party it up tonight.
Doing some good things. So Ryan's still not a fan, but I just miss that
Spilled it
atmosphere of being at a party, being with a group of people, seeing everyone, just like having fun. And I think, we can clearly have fun other ways, but just like seeing so many people all the time and just being in that atmosphere was always just really fun for me. I love to dance and I love to interact with people. Like I'm a big chatterbox, so like going for chatterbox, you know what I mean? But going in a party,
You know what I mean?
a lot.
Chatterbox.
A
You
lot
know what
of-
I mean?
a lot
That's
of-
how he introduces. Hi, I'm Chatterbox, and I have a drinking problem.
No, stop. But when I'm at parties and stuff, I like to like roam around. Like I'm a roamer.
You're a wanderer, the wanderer.
Yeah, exactly.
Paul's a wonder,
So I miss that. Ryan put casinos. You miss the casino?
Well, because we like to do casino trips, and one of the best parts about going to the casinos is going to like a club and just like you gamble for a little bit, and then once you run out of money, you go to the club and you have plans for the night. Now, if you want to go do a casino trip with like your boys or like friends,
There's nothing open.
there's nothing to do. And like clubbing is just something like we both like to dance, we both like music, we both love that environment. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can get that stuff back.
Next one, what do we got?
You are missing this the most, is going to the movie theater. And we've been repping on this for quite a while now. We thought we had it back with Tenet. No. Didn't. They're open again now, but no movies are coming out.
So what's crazy to think about, Tenet came out in like August? And I think it was August or September, and, we're obviously in February now, and we're still, like, barely going to the movie theaters. Now, the movie theaters are open, but the problem is the studios...
No movies. There's no new movies.
There's no new movies. So it's killing it because it's a weird relationship that the studios and the theaters have to have. I got AMC sent me a survey the other day, and I filled it out. It was really interesting because they were just asking people, like...
You get, like, a free large popcorn or something?
Yeah.
I gotta get that survey!
It was like free, like $10 or something. So,
Ooh.
But it was basically saying, like, what is going to get you to come back? Are you
new movies?
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is the movies that are being offered just aren't what's going to get me in the door.
The movies are great. I literally got a haircut, as you can see on YouTube. Looks good. I know. I was telling my hair cutter guy, girl,
barber lady.
I was telling my barber lady, I miss the movies because, like, when you have nothing to do on a Saturday night and you're literally bored, you're like, what is there to do? And it's like, hey Siri, what movies are out now? What movies now playing? And then she would tell me, and then I'd be like, oh, let's just go to the movies. It's a good night out. It's good last second plans to do for a Friday or Saturday night, and I miss that.
Something that I always did. So thank God I'm not in
Shut
school.
Up, Siri.
Thank God I'm not in school anymore. Something I also did to like help relieve stress and stuff was
drink a lot of alcohol.
No, stop. Other than drinking, I would go out to the movie theaters, and I probably went to the movies at least once a week. I like Tuesday or Wednesday nights.
Well, you had the pass.
AMC pass. I would go like Tuesday or Wednesday night, depending on my like social plans, or if I was just stressed or something like that. Sometimes I would write an essay or I would do homework. I'd get so far and I'd say, hey, like I'm hitting a wall. I would literally drive 5 minutes, go to the movie theater, go watch a 2-hour movie, come back around 11 o'clock, midnight, and I would like work on my homework for another 2 hours. And it was a good block for me just to kind of escape. And I miss just going to the theater. If I had to do schoolwork right now, I'd be screwed, dude. Stressful levels would be through the roof.
And we talked about how stressful school can be.
Yeah.
But you were one of the I guess you still are, but since they're closed, you like to go to the movies by yourself. And I've never done that. And
that's crazy to me.
I guarantee a lot of people have never been. That's something. That's like a poll we should put on Instagram. Have you ever been to the movies by yourself? That's interesting to see what percentages would be what.
A few things. It's like, what have you done by yourself? Have you eaten a meal by yourself? Have you gone to the movie theaters by yourself? Have you done whatever? Have you ever?
How lonely are you?
When I was at school, I ate
all the time in college by myself.
Yeah, all the time.
Like literally every meal was by myself.
But have you been like out to a restaurant by yourself?
No.
Oh, I have.
Why?
I would like go out and study and stuff. Like I would go to the diner in the morning and I would study for a test. I'd go out, eat, study for a test.
I don't think I've never done anything on my own. I don't think like that.
Movies I go all the time. Something that I haven't done, but I've never golfed by myself. Like I've never
done that either.
Like golfed, and that's like stupid because
I feel like that's so productive to golf by yourself.
I know that's the
play
one.
Play a lot faster. You can work on a lot of your swing, your shit.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I most likely will be doing a lot this year because I've said I want to get better at golf.
What was what we saw pre-show? Golf is about what is it?
So the point of golf is to play the least amount of golf, which is a funny concept.
The less golf you play, the better your score is and how good you are. That's just kind of funny to think about. But yeah, I'm going to have to try to go to movies by myself or play around the golf by myself. But what's the last thing we're missing, Paul?
Last one here, which went away very shortly, depending on where you live, but amusement parks. We both love roller coasters and Six Flags.
And you have a season pass, or you used to. I don't know if you still get season passes for Six Flags.
I don't.
That was like our thing. We would go every year. And I was like the free buddy pass that you would bring. I was Paul's buddy.
If you had
to the Six Flags.
Six Flags season pass, there were a bunch of days that you could bring a friend free. So Ryan was always that friend.
I was friend free. Ryan friend free Smith.
But definitely missing some Six Flags. I was actually at Six Flags during Fright Fest this year.
That's the best time is to go to Six Flags during October and Halloween time.
Yeah. But I miss Disney. I've been talking to my girlfriend trying to go to Disney. They're open. Orlando's open, but Disneyland in California is still closed. They're at like 35% capacity.
Good. I need my Disney stock to go up. I keep talking about this. I'm not a big Disney guy. My girlfriend's a huge Disney. She goes to Disney every year for a family vacation. It's just a lot of walking for me. I'm just not a big walker. The rides are Not a big, like, the characters, there's only so much I can handle.
Okay.
The parades, I could do maybe 1. No, 3 a day.
Okay.
It's okay. I could live without going to Disney World forever, but now the Disney clan would come at me for that one. So.
I haven't been to Disney World in 3 years. I was there in January of 2018, and I've missed a lot. Like a lot of the stuff that there's so many new things. Toy Story Land we talked about.
Star Wars Land, right, or something? They have Star Wars.
Toy Story Land, Star Wars Land. Universal has like this new coaster in Harry Potter World. There's a freaking new water park for Universal. That's a
Jimmy Fallon, right? Have you been on that?
I have. So I was
get on
there. It was open for maybe like 3 months, and I got to ride. I was so pumped. That was the one thing I made us go and do.
Nice. I do miss Six Flags though. Six Flags is dope. What's your top 3 Six Flags rides?
Do you know they're building a new coaster?
Are they?
Yeah, I mean, you all hear. So I'll tell you.
You got to bring a buddy free, and you got to bring me again.
The Six Flags actually in Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, if you're around that area, where there's a new coaster being built. It's like first new coaster for Great Adventure for a really long time. We've been waiting for one. And it's called the New Jersey Devil. And it's the longest, tallest, and fastest single rail roller coaster. So basically,
Upside down?
I don't think it goes upside down.
Well,
But
isn't El Toro the fastest wooden roller coaster?
Yeah.
What's your top 3 then?
Top 3 roller coasters at Great Adventure would probably be, I don't know about the order, but Nitro's definitely on that list. El Toro's definitely on that list. And if I had to pick a third,
King the Ka.
it's
just so short.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
What's the ride that's attached to King the Ka?
Zumanjaro, the Drop of Doom.
That's pretty good. That's pretty scary.
Drop ride, that's amazing.
Nitro's number 1.
Nitro's
El
amazing.
Toro's number 2.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I don't even know what else is there. Batman, nah.
Green Lantern.
No, that
That's
hurts
the
my
one
nuts.
Yeah, stand-up one. You got Superman. Bizarro's really good. Bizarro's a really smooth ride.
Probably
all in
King
the
the
back.
Ka 3. But it sucks that those amusement parks, are they closed, Six Flags?
No, Six Flags is down to limited capacity.
But I see these TikToks where like dads are pretending to do like they'll get a YouTube video and have the actual camera as if someone's wearing a GoPro on the roller coaster.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And like move the laundry basket as if the kids are on a roller coaster because they can't go to Disney World anymore. So they try to make it. That's good parenting right there.
Yeah, I've seen people do that where they act like it's Disney at home.
Yeah.
Or
like, here, give me your ticket, and then they go in the little laundry basket, and that's good parenting right out there.
Yeah.
Right out there. All right, so that was our little segment about what we missed. Hopefully we can get back to doing those things soon.
I'm ready to go back to normal.
Going out to dinner, clubbing, going to the movies.
To the club.
Six Flags, bring a buddy free. All right, so for this last block, a lot of people like that we do hot takes, but we're switching gears. We're not doing that this week. We are doing What Makes You Wonder, Paul. What makes you wonder? So what is something that really puzzles you, Paul? I'm giving you the floor.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
So something that I've thought about.
Like shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, whatever, you're on a nice long walk. What's going through your head, right? Something that I thought about is that, this didn't happen, but if it did, if Hillary Clinton won that 2016 election,
okay,
that for the first time, 2 presidents would have slept together.
Wow. I didn't think about that.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So we just have to wait and see if it happens in the future.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
The
other presidents could have, like Lincoln and Washington could have had a thing.
I think a little far time-wise. But you don't know. Possibly we'll see if 2 presidents sleep together.
That'd be funny, though, to think about. That'll be the first time 2 presidents,
did the deed.
The dirt.
But that's the kind of shit that goes through my mind. So what do you got?
Here's what makes me puzzle. So I was thinking about, I don't know why, but I was just thinking about like museums and how you like can't touch certain stuff, and there's signs everywhere. It's like, do not touch this. This is very you can't, like the Liberty Bell, you can't touch this or you can't touch that.
Yeah.
So the sign, do not touch, right? So I feel like it would be really unsettling if you were blind and you had to read Braille, the do not touch sign.
Because as
you're touching and reading the Braille, it says do not touch. So you're probably like, do not, oh shit, this says do not touch. I'm in trouble. But also that it made me think of like the Stevie Wonder, our TikTok's blowing
Yes.
up. So I was just thinking about like, what if like Stevie Wonder touched the do not touch braille sign, and he'd be like, oh shit, I can't touch this. So that's the shit. That's the kind of shit we think about.
That is what goes through our heads.
That's funny. Okay, but that was our little segment. We also have a musical guest.
Super pumped about this. I'm excited, and we have Mr. Andrew. How do you say his last
Andrew
name?
Moore.
Andrew Moore.
And he's from Morristown, New Jersey, right around the way. 25-year-old from Jersey. I mean, he's representing Jersey.
Represent the NJ, baby.
So he has a new debut song coming out, and we just wanted to give a little background about him. So he was 7 when he realized that, hey, you know what, Paul? I can sing a little bit. When did you realize, you know what? Theater was good for you.
12.
12?
12 was around that age. Was like, okay, like I can dance a little bit. I'm a good performer.
So at 7, he was like, okay, I'm different. You know, I am different than these other kids. I'm better than them. I'm going to pursue music. Then in 8th grade, he self-taught himself the guitar. And that's where he started to write his own music. And in my eyes, 8th grade is kind of early, so it's very, very impressive to start writing your own songs in 8th grade.
Yeah, for sure. I think high school you would probably get more interested, maybe like a sophomore year in high school. But being that early, it's pretty dope.
It's also a lot of people we know that play the guitar. I feel like that's one of the most instruments where you self-teach yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you agree where it's like guitar is like most people self-teach themselves? I guess they watch YouTube videos? I don't know.
I think
I
guitar
don't
is
know how to play guitar.
I think guitar is one of those instruments where it's the most easy. Like I feel like that and piano, but they're
Piano's a good.
they're
yeah,
kind
me
of
too.
similar. But the guitar definitely just by messing with it, YouTube is a great tool now too. So
For sure. So we just asked him what some of his musical inspirations are, and he gave a couple of. It was Elton John inspires him. Bruno Mars is the type of music he likes to play. Charlie Puth, I know you like.
I do like Charlie.
And then the classic Beatles. So since 2016, Andrew's been performing at bars, restaurants, even small venues. He did a couple weddings. Maybe you guys interlocked when you were doing wedding shoots on the camera, and Andrew was the live performer.
That'd be really interesting.
That's the dynamic duo right
I'll
there.
shoot the wedding. He plays at the wedding. There you go, buddy.
So lucky for us, let's cut to it. He's here to perform his debut single, Good Old Days. Here he is, Andrew Moore, performing Good Old Days.
Just got out of work and new work Delaware. I'm on my way home, no need to be anywhere. I'm on up to 95, about to pass my college exit. I'm in no hurry, so why don't I just take it? But mine gets more it is the more I drive. 322, I'm feeling more alive. I miss the good old days, I want them back again. Those 4 years of my life, why did they have to end? If I could just turn back time, or get a house out here that I can call mine, I would. You know I would. There's the student center where I did the open mics. The downtown bar I got plastered on Friday nights. Right behind it is my house from my senior year. Looks just the same, I can't help but shed some tears. But mine gets more it is the more I drive. Carpenter Street just hits me every time. Oh yeah, I miss the good old days, I want them back again. This 4 years of my life, why did they have to end? If I could just turn back time, or get outside here to end. Never ever ever wanted them to end. Oh, take me back, oh, take me back again. Like the end to end. The night gets more hideous the more I drive. Glassboro, New Jersey, it's me every time. Oh, I miss the good old days. I want them back again. These 4 years of my life, oh, why did they have to end? If I could just turn back time, or get outside here that I can call mine, I would.
There it is. Good old days.
Good old days. We miss the good old days, Paul.
We do. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for coming on the show, performing for us. Audience, let us know how you liked it. Go check Andrew out. You can follow him on Instagram and on Facebook at Andrew Moore. Definitely go check him out. We love him.
He's on Spotify, Apple Music. You do 2 fish, 1 hook. That's Paul saying, right?
Yeah.
You watch Andrew, or you watch us on, or
What?
you listen to us
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Spotify or Apple Music. Then once you listen to our episode, head over and listen to Andrew's music.
you
So
go.
we appreciate you coming on. First musical guest. Big things are ahead. Life's a party. Life's always a party.
Life's a party, baby. Enjoy your days. Enjoy everything.
Whiskey.
Thanks for joining us. That's the end of our show. And we hope you have a great week. Keep killing it out there, as always.
Music. Take us out.
Peace, baby.
Cheers.